The World Rally Championship is moving away from hybrid technology in its top class Rally1 starting from next season. Instead, you'll see a modified and cost-effective version of the Rally1 car in 2025. According to the FIA, Rally1 will run without control hybrid, a reduction in aerodynamic and turbo restriction to bring down the costs. You can read the full story on motorsport.com. Link is in the video description below, and the photo courtesy of Toyota Gazoo WRT. Kobe, are you surprised that this pivot has happened? WRC abandoning hybrid technology after 3 years running with it.
Yeah, it's really weird. I remember when they made the announcement that they were moving to hybrid technology, and I was really thinking, that this is going to be the future of WRC, for the next handful of years or so. But I didn't think, that this handful of years would be, just 3 years and then we're done. But with the cost, getting really high, competing, in the top category of WRC, sometimes, series has to make hard decisions and think about the health and the survival of the racing series. And it seems like that they thought that this was the best option for the Rally1 cars moving forward, which is to drop hybrid technology. I remember in the last decade, in the World Endurance Championship prototypes, the LMP1s were running the hybrid cars, and everyone was thinking, they say hybrid is the future of motorsports and all this hybrid technology. And World Rally Championship finally got around to it, and we really thought that this was going to be something that was going to stick around. But now that they're going to be removing the hybrids, and it's going to be interesting to see what type of technology we're going to see moving forward once the new regulations come in. But yeah, it's quite a bit surprising that they decided to move away from it. But at the same time, I understand why they would make a decision like this, especially if it's going to raise costs and see less entries. Maybe if they can lower the cost, we'll see more manufacturers come in, see more entries, and see more competition across the board.
That's the key, is to try and get some more entries in. It's been the three we've got now, Toyota, Hyundai and Ford as a part manufacturer team with the M Sport Run squad for the last few years. Citroen came in, went away, came back again. We haven't had anyone new apart from Volkswagen, who of course pulled out within the whole Dieselgate thing, getting on for 10 years ago now. Anyone new come in, and with the big costs of these cars, it's no surprise. I think this is a good move for the series. Maybe for the green initiative, people looking at this news will go, "Oh, hang on a minute, this isn't what we expected." But I kind of think, you look at the automotive world, I think the hybrid car sort of sales and trajectory might be kind of going away a little bit. We're going more towards that full electric kind of deal, rather than it being a petrol and or diesel hybrid. I'm waiting for my new Volkswagen to arrive. It won't be a hybrid, it's a full petrol, and Volkswagen don't do any hybrids at all. It is full electric or full ICE. So maybe hybrids had its day potentially. There's a bit of a stopgap before we go full electric, which the World Rallycross Championship has done for the last few seasons, and that has absolutely bombed after being one of the best things on television for the few years before it. The World Rallycross Championship has just sunk like a stone, so hopefully that doesn't happen to the WRC. But we need more entries, and as we saw on Rally Sweden a couple of weeks ago, we had a Rally 2 car on the podium at the end of the first day. Okay, we had a couple of people drop out, but the depth of the field is not there. And it's not giving a lot of young guys in the WRC 2 category, or Rally 2, chances to run up at the front with the big teams. We've talked about Formula One at great length, that there's not enough seats at the top table. WRC has got a similar problem, and hopefully this change in the regulations will help more manufacturers come in, and we'll be back to the glory days of the 90s, when we had 5 or 6 different manufacturers and loads of different drivers and cars involved in the mix in point scoring and for rally victories. So from the green perspective, it's probably not a great thing, but for the competition perspective, I've got my fingers crossed that it will bring back some proper competition to the WRC. There'll be a couple of manufacturers that maybe have had an eye on this for a little while. This has been rumbling on for 6 to 8 months that this might be going away, and now we've got it signed off by the FIA today in their World Motorsport Council meeting, which is easy for me to say, that they will now go, right, we can press the button on our potential WRC2 program, or WRC program, sorry. There's been much speculation about Subaru potentially coming back. That would absolutely light the fire under a lot of old school WRC fans to get Subaru back in the stages. So maybe that will be one of the dominoes that will now fall into place potentially for the championship. But we'll see what happens going forward, and of course we'll keep you up to date here on the Grid Network about any future plans for any future manufacturers coming in.